physics constitution, people with talent, able to tame many ghost spirits. During the beginning of the chaotic era, only people with physics constitution could become ghost spirit master, but they didn't live for long. They either died in the hands of the stronger ghost, or got devoured by evil ghost spirit. Some even became ghosts themselves. After 100 years, using blood, sweat, and tears, people with physics constitution finally found safe ways to nurture themselves. Back at present, Lin came out of the mansion and meet the old man again. The man congrats him on passing and obtaining a mansion at the age of 15. He gives him the key and tells him to go to the floor and register. After a while, in the common area, the other students were talking about a girl who managed to get a noble house. They thought she must be very strong, as it took 5 of the students to group together to get one. The receptionist called Lin Feng's name and asked him to show his key. He then gets shocked and shouted he killed an evil mansion spirit. Everyone gets shocked and wondered, how can a student beat a C-rank evil spirit alone? The man then registered Lin and congratulates him, saying he is the first ghost spirit master under 20 to live in a mansion. He then gave 10,000 credit points to him as living fees and said, for the next 3 months, he must earn by himself from doing missions. The girls there said they only have 3,000 points and they still need to split it with teammates, while one wondered if she can live in a mansion if she become his girlfriend. After a while, Lin summoned Tong and praised her while saying, let's go shopping. And to his surprise, this time, Tong responded by nodding. After a while, they reached Suzaka Street to do some shopping. Lin was thinking, even though he won a mansion and 10,000 points, he still need to try and save some money, so he decides to spend around 1,000. He then gets shocked to know that just a bed sheet needs 800 points, and the shopkeeper said, the city is facing a shortage of goods, so many items have risen in price. Lin said, never mind then, as it's actually hot these days. But then he gets surprised to see Tong, who bought a lot of tissues and rolls. Even though they were a lot, Lin bought them for Tong. She then bought a bunch of snacks, then a lot of clothes, and a lot of weapons as well. Above all, even the system asked him to pay 500 credit points to increase his inventory storage. In the evening, while he was returning, he used up 9174 credit points on shopping and has only 826 remaining. Lin was thinking, although it hurts him to buy too much, other side Tong seems very happy, and favorability also increased by a lot. After returning to his mansion, Lin decides to check the missions as they need to earn credit points or they will run out of money soon. The association requires them to complete 12 missions in 3 months, but the F-rank missions have only around 2,000 points, so he decides to check the medium rank. He checked the list and thought they are not bad, as the rewards are high and it can help leveling up too. But to his surprise, someone took all the missions, there was just one remaining, so he quickly accepted it. Then the next day in Food City, Lin arrived there to complete the mission. He reached the Food City handling area and informed the members that he is there to investigate the matter of missing food. One man tells him the way to reach the mountain cave, as the food is stored there. He added that this ghost is hard to find, so he might have to stay there for a few days. After Lin left, the other guy asked his friend, can this boy even do it? So the man replied, if he is seeking death, then all they can do is let him do it his way. After traveling for a while, Lin finally reached at the food storage entrance. One of the guards asked Lin if he is there to deal with the ghost, and he replied yes. They reached inside and the guard said, the hunger ghost doesn't harm people, but it's a ghost that eats a lot. Recently, a ghost spirit master came, but once human came in, it disappears, thus they can't find it at all. Lin summoned Tong and asked if she can feel the ghost's aura. She activated her evil mode, and this time, a third eye appears on her forehead. Lin looked at her eye and wondered if she got a new ability. Tong was looking at the entrance, so Lin wondered if the ghost is outside. But then she points at a guard, which shocked him. And to everyone's surprise, his pocket started shaking. Lin realized that the hunger ghost was hiding in his pocket all this time. The guard then gets possessed by the hunger ghost, so Lin kicked him in the face. The ghost dashed towards Lin to kill him, but Tong grabbed him by his neck and then put her hand inside his mouth. She then took out the spirit from the guard's body, and it dashed at Lin and the other guard. They find themselves in a dark place and Lin realized that they are in ghost territory. It is a personal space created by the ghost, can be controlled by it, and once entered, it will prevent other people's sight from the outside. The ghost then grabbed the guard and devoured him. Lin tried to save him, but the ghost started eating his leg as well. He attacked it with his gold dagger to save himself, but the ghost was about to bite his leg off. Suddenly, he noticed Tong's hands grabbing its mouth, and then she tear it apart, thus saving him. The system informed him about the rewards, and this time, he obtained a skill called Devour Talent. Tong returned back to her first form, and Lin pats her head to praise her. After a while, he returned back and the guys makes fun of him, asking if he become a coward and came back with his tail between his legs. But to their surprise, Lin said he already killed the evil spirit. Their senior arrived and informed them that the elimination is true, as the storage's ghost aura is gone. The man apologized to Lin for not recognizing his power and said his credit points will be delivered to his account shortly. Then later at night, Lin received his credit points, and the system gave him a mission in which he will need to turn her spirit into C rank, and the reward will be the ghost territory for Tong. Zhu thought today's hunger ghost was relatively weak amongst C rank, so its ghost territory was weak. But if they were to encounter a high-level ghost, they might face casualties. He thought to increase Tong's level in 3 days, he need to pick a bunch of D rank missions. Then the next day, some members were talking about how all the D rank missions are getting stolen the moment they come out. They wondered if it's the same group, then how can they handle it so quickly? Lin and Tong were easily defeating the D rank ghosts and were raising their levels and earning credit points at the same time. In just 2 days, they completed more than 20 D rank missions and Tong reached the C rank, obtained ghost territory, and Lin's body got strengthened by 2 times. Meanwhile, in Lu City's second defense line's random deserted mountain, some ghost spirit masters saw a ghost territory in the middle of the mountain. They were all B rank masters, so they decided to go inside and kill this evil spirit, thinking the ghost drops will be a lot. They went inside and start searching for the boss and the treasures, but couldn't find any of them. They went inside a room and get scared after seeing something, but to their relief, it was just a red dress on a cloth hanger. Their leader checked the dress and said, "This thing is weird." One member added, if there was a ghost, then their spirits would have reacted, so maybe it's hiding outside. While they were leaving, one member shouted, "It's here." He points at the mirror and said, "That ghost is hidden inside it." They tried to summon their spirits, but their ghost spirits were not responding. The leader realized that this is a rare ghost territory, which is able to conceal the sense between ghost spirits, so they shouldn't have entered there. They tried to run away, but the ghost locked them inside. She appeared behind them and then killed them all. The next morning, the other spirit masters arrived and investigate the scene. The leader said they followed it for half a month and finally it appeared. She added that it specializes in running and hiding. They only know it's looking for something, as it came all the way from High City to Lu City. She then used her ability to make 3 more papermen, and ordered the other members to continue pursuing it, and also tell everyone to not go out of the city. The next day, Lin was saying that recently there are more C rank missions. Previously, those were all snatched. He wondered what happened to all the ghost spirit masters, but then he shook his head and said, since he is already outside, he should earn more and test out Tong's new ability. He accepted the C rank mission of eliminating the fruit forest's murdered evil spirit. He reached the location and found a body hanging on a tree, so he thought it must be a farmer's corpse. Half an hour later, Lin finds it strange that even after walking straight, he returned back to the starting point, where farmer's corpse was hanging. He looked back and gets shocked, as there are now more than 10 corpses of the same farmer. Lin realized that even though this looks like the fruit forest, it might be a ghost territory that he entered. He saw a branch attacking him, so he tried to block it, but it passed through his hand. It strangles his neck, but before it could kill Lin, Tong appeared and saved him. The corpses there start moving, so Lin figures that this ghost can control the corpses as well. He ordered Tong to kill all the corpses, and she easily killed them all. For winning the battle, he got 600 spirit experience, 5 favorability, and 1 ghost spirit pill. He also obtained a ghost spirit item, the damaged ghost rope. Lin thought it was killed so quickly as it didn't even activate Tong's ghost territory. But luckily, he obtained some items, so Lin thought that he can earn a lot of money if he sell them in the market. Meanwhile, in Lu City's outer area, there were rumors of a strong ghost who killed many strong spirit masters. They also talked about a newbie called Lin Feng, who obtained a mansion on the first try of the house distribution exam, so they thought he is a physics constitution. 2 masters were hearing this and muttered that Lin can't be a physic constitution. There is just one thing, that his ghost spirit's potential is extremely high. One of them said if they can secretly kill him and obtain his ghost spirit, then they will be rich. Then later at night, in the Ghost Master's residence area, the two spirit masters were outside Lin's mansion, where a boy informed them that he is out on a mission. One of them said he is just a trainee, yet he dares to go out of the city and complete mission. So the boy said he is not a normal person. His spirit is almost C rank. He asked why are they looking for him, but the guy said it's nothing, and then they left. The two men then decide to leave the city and hunt Lin down. The senior laughed and said after killing him, he will use his shroud bag to capture his ghost spirit and sell it for a few million. The next morning, Lin woke up and asked Tong if she was guarding outside for the whole night. She blushed after looking at him, so he pats her head and praised her. He then connects the signal of his tracking device to find more C-rank missions. He then received several messages that there is a strong evil spirit outside, so all the Ghost Masters went back to the city. There was also a message from his classmate that two weird men of around age 30 were looking for him, and they went out of the city after hearing that he is there. Lin understands that there is someone who wants to hurt him, and if they are around 30 years old, then they should be C or B rank hunters. He thought they won't be able to find him, but then a thought crossed his mind. The outer city has a strong evil spirit, so if they really dare to come out of the city, then they must be capable of finding him. He checked the mission panel and realized that these last few days, other than him, no one has picked up any E rank or higher mission. The system rule is, once a mission is picked, it will instantly disappear from the mission panel, so they will likely be wiping their device continuously. Once the mission is accepted, other people will be able to swipe their device and see that mission description. After knowing that Lin accepted the mission, they will quickly go and camp there to ambush him. Lin then accepted a mission of eliminating an evil spirit at Xiao Feng Mountain. But instead of going towards Xiao Mountain, he went in the direction of Quarry. He reached Quarry and thought the association never set the rule that he can't do the mission before accepting it. Meanwhile, the guys found that Lin is going towards the Xiao Feng Mountain, so they quickly ran towards the mountain, thinking they can reach there faster than him. They arrived at Xiao Feng Mountain and hide inside a temple to ambush Lin. Meanwhile, inside the Quarry cave, Lin killed the evil spirit. He then went to the residence area to collect the reward, but the guard was saying that no one accepted the mission yet. Lin accepted the mission and asked the guard to check it again. He checked the mission list, and it really was accepted. Meanwhile, in Xiao Feng Mountain, one of the guys said that another mission disappeared at a quarry area, so he tells his friend to stay there and wait for Lin while he will go and see who accepted the mission. He tells him that if he discovers Lin Fang's trace, then don't attack him and message him first. 2 hours later, the man arrived at the quarry resident area where the guard tells him that a 15 to 16-year-old boy completed the mission. The man grabbed his collar and asked when did he leave and where did he head off to. Scared, the guard points in the direction and said just a while ago he walked this path. After the guy left in a hurry, the guard texted someone while thinking, this kind of trash attitude isn't supposed to be a ghost master. Lin received the message, saying, just as he expected, a middle-aged ghost master came looking for him and just left in a hurry. Some hours ago, Lin gave 5,000 credit points to the guard for sharing the information of any guy who will come looking for him. At present, Lin thought the plan is successful. One person is chasing after him from the quarry, which means they have split it up. He smiled, thinking that man must be waiting for him to accept the mission. He has already killed another ghost, and then he accepted the mission to attract the Ghost Master. One of them will follow him to the Cold Waters cave, while he will return to the Feng Mountain and kill the other guy. Meanwhile, the guy informed his partner that Lin is in Cold Water Cave, so he is going after him. Lin was quickly going towards Xiao Feng Mountain, thinking since they are after his life, then they shall pay with their lives. Suddenly, Tong came out of his token and covered him inside her field. Lin then noticed an evil spirit in the sky, moving at a high speed. He realized that this was Tong's new skill, and she used it to hide his presence. The system said Tong awakened Ghost Territory additional ability called Ghost Stealth. Also, he obtained a lucky draw chance. The system then showed him a wheel with different skills on it, so Lin decides to try it out. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.